Good evening. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones. Tonight's topic is going to be a rather short video. I'm used to doing those 25 to 30-minute videos, but I want to make this short video, and I'm going to call it The Journal to Healthier Sleep Habits. The name of this video is The Journal to Healthier Sleep Habits. Now, why did I come up with the name of this video as a journal? Because what I want to do, I want to give you the basics on what you need to get quality sleep. See, what a number of us who are working, whether it is day, afternoon, or evening, we are in a transient society. And one thing that is definitely missing in our lives is the lack of sleep. Some of us go to work on 2 hours of sleep, 1 hour of sleep. I know, I have done it myself. The problem is when you don't get enough sleep, you're not as sharp. You're sluggish. You have a lot of mood changes. And there are health issues that can come with not enough sleep as well. One must understand when you're sleeping, your body doesn't shut down. It keeps going. You're just not active with any physical exercise, but you need sleep. A lot of us take it for granted that we're supermen and superwomen and we can go without sleep. Certainly, you can get tasks done temporarily with no sleep, but one must understand when it comes to the long haul, you're endangering yourself and others. The worst thing you could do with no sleep is to get in the car and drive, because your risk of having an accident is very high. In fact, driving a car with no sleep is just as bad as driving drunk, because you can actually kill yourself as well as somebody else. Now, when I talk about sleep, I look for most individuals to get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. And you can even have a nap involved with that 7 or 8 hours of sleep. In fact, it is very good that you do take naps, because you want to give your body time to wind down. And one must understand that the body is a chemical. It's a chemical comprised of about 70% water. Your body is a system. Your body needs certain nutrients to function. It needs water to stay hydrated. But one thing, again, that nobody talks about is sleep. It's very important that individuals get enough sleep, especially when you are in positions that decisions must be made. If you look at the president, and I don't care who's in office, look at the amount of stress they go through. Do you think they get a lot of sleep? No, they don't, because the president's job, believe it or not, is a 24/7 job. They must be on call when that phone rings at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you another area that some of us lack sleep. How many have been in the military? See, the military is definitely a 24-hour operation, 365 days a year. I know. I was in the military myself. While everybody was sleeping, I was at sea or overseas practicing exercises, building roads, building bases as a Seabee, or traveling across the Atlantic Ocean into the Mediterranean so we could present a presence for countries such as Lebanon, Syria, and we were in the Gulf, but the operations, they were ongoing. it was 24/7. And there were times where we were sleeping on 1 to 2 hours of sleep, especially when we had to man for what we call general quarters. That was battle formation. And we had to go back on watch. Now, if you look at being in the military or even working jobs such as being in a hospital or a police officer or a fire person, when you're always working constantly, your body will shut down, regardless of how good you can conduct and perform your job. One must understand that we are human beings. The lack of sleep also leads to poor health. It's what individuals don't understand. This is why I'm bringing you this video, so you'll get an idea that you can't take sleep lightly. A number of us do. But let me give you the insight on some good, healthy sleep habits. First of all, one must understand that your behaviors during the day, especially before bedtime, can have a major impact on your sleeping patterns or your sleep patterns. They can promote healthy sleep or contribute to sleepiness. Your daily routines or your daily operations, and what you eat or drink, the medications you take, and how you schedule your days and how you choose to spend your evenings can affect significantly your quality of sleep. That's right. How you are utilizing your lifestyle is definitely going to have a significant impact on the quality of sleep you get. Even a few slight adjustments in some cases mean the difference between sound sleep and a restless night. Completing a 2-week sleep diary can help you understand how your routines affect your sleep. The term sleep hygiene refers to a series of healthy sleep habits that can improve the ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Now, these habits are a cornerstone of cognitive behavioral therapy. That word again, did you catch that? Cognitive behavioral therapy. That is another talk about mental health and behavior. It's known as CBT. The most effective long-term treatment for people with chronic insomnia is you want to have good sleep habits, because you have a number of individuals who are taking sleep study tests. In fact, if you're going for your CDL, the DOT requirements are such that you must have a percentage of body fat below 40%. If you have any more than 40%, you're going to be subjected to a sleep study. And some people do not sleep very well during the day or at night. Now, it also depends on how you work, because there's some people who work during the day and they sleep at night. And then if their shift changes where they have to work at night, it's going to be very difficult for them to adjust to having new sleep hours. Let me give you an example. If I'm used to working 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., well, my normal sleep is going to be at night. So my body is adjusted to those hours. But what if I go ahead and work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.? Well, that means I'm probably going to get less sleep because my body is basically functioning during the p.m. hours. And then when I have to go work the graveyard shift, I don't know if my mind at the beginning is going to be as sharp as it would have been when I got sleep at night, because now I'm working during the hours I'm normally sleeping, and then when I come home to get some sleep, well, the time I'm usually up, I'm sleeping. And sometimes it's very difficult to sleep during the daytime if you have worked the graveyard shift. So one must understand that. Now, here's the thing I can tell you about the cognitive behavioral therapy. CBT can help you address the thoughts and behaviors that prevent you from sleeping well. It will also include techniques for stress reduction, relaxation, and sleep schedule management. Now, if you have difficulty sleeping, you want to improve on your sleep, or you want to improve your sleep period, try following these healthy sleep habits. First, talk to a professional or talk to your doctor if your sleep problem persists. You can also see help from the sleep team. That's right, the AASM Accredited Sleep Center. That's right. There are a number of groups out here that are experts with sleep deprivation, insomnia. In fact, if you name it, they have an organization for everything. But one must understand that getting proper sleep is crucial to your health. In fact, if you don't get sleep, you get bags under your eyes. Sleep can impact your diet. I mean, believe it or not, most of us in America are obese. Now, we're obese by body mass index known as BMI. Now, that's another video. But going back to sleep, sleep will have an effect, an adverse effect on your health if you don't get enough sleep. You must understand that if you're working in certain jobs, such as construction, that involve a lot of safety requirements, lack of sleep, you can have an accident, and that accident could be very fatal. That's why I always suggest everybody get sleep. Now, you don't want to sleep all day either, because when that happens, you're still sleepy. But one must understand that the body does shut down. And why does it shut down? Well, believe it or not, we always think that we're tired after physical exercise. Do you know working in a mental situation or a sedentary position, which means you have no activity going on if you have a job and you're sitting at a computer all day? Well, you could become emotionally or mentally drained based on trying to meet deadlines in the office, and you have a lot of office politics that go on, which really stress a person out. And some individuals who are employees, you might have bosses who are very demanding, and some bosses, you could be stressed because you have to meet the objectives or the goals of your company as well. So that means you have pressure coming from all directions, particularly if you are working for a big corporation where stockholders involved, because you must be holding to your stockholders, because they basically, again, hired a board of directors who didn't hire you. But if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to be a sharp person either. You're not going to be good to work for. So I encourage everybody, if you are trying to get good sleep, number one, try not to eat anything before you go to bed. You don't want to go to bed on a full stomach. That'll cause you not to sleep well. And if you have indigestion when you go to sleep, eat some greens. That's right. Greens will relieve that indigestion. That's right. You don't want indigestion. Yes, you can use Zantac, but again, you don't want to go to bed on a full stomach. It doesn't feel good, especially when you're cramping and you're bloated and you have gas. Make sure before you go to sleep, drink 8 to 16 ounces of water as well. I like to drink water because you are going to wake up in the middle of the night. You want to be able to clean yourself out with water, but you don't want to go to bed bloated. This is why I don't urge anybody to eat after a certain time, because it takes a longer time for your food to digest. Now, also, what you don't do, don't drink anything that has caffeine in it before you go to bed. Why? Because caffeine is going to keep you up all night. Well, I'm not going to say all night, but it's going to keep you up because caffeine is a stimulant. That's right. It's not a depressant. It's a stimulant. It gives you that energy. In fact, caffeine builds up your metabolism. This is why a number of people drink coffee, especially at breakfast time, because they're most active and they can burn off more calories. When you drink any caffeinated beverages, they don't work well when you're trying to get sleep. So what I'm urging everybody to do, don't drink any caffeinated beverages. I'm talking about your teas, coffees, and definitely do not drink sodas. Sodas are very bad for you. They have a high sugar content. Coca-Cola and Mountain Dew and any of those energy drinks like Red Bull, don't drink any of those. Don't drink Mountain Dew Kickstarter, Jolt Cola. I mean, the caffeine and the sugar are both huge in those beverages. And when you have caffeine and sugar together, you might as well just go ahead and drink 2 big cups of Starbucks coffee because you're going to be bouncing off of walls, and that's not good when you're trying to go to bed. So I'm just giving you those few points that you need to definitely take heed to before you go to bed, because you're not going to get the quality of sleep that you are desiring. Now, here's what you can do if you want some good quality sleep habits, and you can't lose. Number 1, keep a consistent sleep schedule. Get up at the same time every day, and that's even on the weekends, during vacations, or any holidays. That's right, a number of us, when it comes to the weekends or the holidays when we don't have to work, we get up later. One of the reasons why I don't like getting up late, because first of all, you're still sleepy and a lot of your day is basically gone. But moreover, you're not keeping that consistency. So if I go to bed and wake up at the same time, that's consistency. Now, I just mentioned you want to keep a consistent sleep schedule, but you want to go to bed close to the same time as well so you can get up at the same time. That's what I'm talking about, consistency. You don't want to have these fluctuating times where you go to bed, because that's not good for your body at all. In fact, your body goes through enough stress, and you're just going to continue to put more stress on your body, and it's just unhealthy. Here's something else you need to do. Set a bedtime that is early enough for you to get at least 7 hours of sleep. Now, did you catch that? Remember I said earlier in the video, or if I didn't, I'm going to say it now. You need at least 7 hours of sleep. So you must set a time that you can get 7 hours of sleep, such that, let me give you an example. If you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, you should get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now that's at least 7 hours of sleep. You must do that every night and day. Again, it goes back to keeping your schedule consistent. Don't go to bed unless you're sleepy. That's right. If you do not fall asleep after 20 minutes, get out of bed. Why? Because it goes back to what I just read before. You really aren't sleepy. So just lying in the bed is not going to do you any good. Now, you can fall asleep, believe it or not. Now, what I'm giving you are basics, because some of the basics you can agree with and some you won't agree with, because it depends on the person. And I apologize, folks. I said this video was going to be a short one. I got into my educational mode, so it's going to be a little longer again, but that's all right, because you need to hear the basics, because getting proper sleep can actually help you. It can't harm you. Also, establish a relaxing bedtime routine such that you take a shower before you go to bed, you read before you go to bed. You need to do something so you'll be able to fall asleep. Okay, here's something. You only use the bed for 2 reasons. But first, don't watch TV in bed. A number of us do that, and it makes us lazy because we have televisions in our room. In fact, I don't even encourage anybody to keep a television in their room. So, here's the only 2 reasons why you use your bed. And there may be one that is an exception. The exception is you may need your bed when you're sick. Okay? Other than that, you only use your bed when you're going to sleep or you're having sex. Only reasons. Okay? Now, you also need to make your bedroom quiet and relaxing. Keep the room at a comfortable, cool temperature. That's right. Some of us can't sleep when it's very hot. Now, I'm in here doing a video, and I made sure that I'm doing a video in my own house at a comfortable temperature. That's what you should do when you go to bed, because it's very uncomfortable to sleep while it's hot because you're going to perspire. And it's also very uncomfortable to sleep when it's cold because the chances of you getting cold, particularly during the cold weather seasons, is very high, and your risk of getting sick are very high as well. Also, limit exposure to bright light in the evenings. Some of us go to sleep with the lights on, have a night light. Turn off electric devices at least 30 minutes before bedtime. Talk about your computers, your cell phone, because any type of devices and even light can be distractions before you go to bed. You don't need any distractions. What you need to do is take the time, get yourself ready for bed, and then you fall asleep. You're making that transition from being active, just like an airplane. Now you're coming in for that landing, and once you land, you want to be dormant for at least 7 hours. Here's something I already told you. So please listen to this. Don't eat a large meal before bedtime. If you're hungry at night, eat a light, healthy snack. Let me tell you a light, healthy snack that you will eat. And this is going to come in my dietary video when I do it. Eat watermelon. Very healthy. Watermelon is a fruit. You're getting your water. You're getting your natural sugar. That's just an example. And it tastes very good. And drink yourself an 8-ounce glass of water to wash it down. I believe every time I eat something, I need to drink water because you want to flush your system out. Exercise regularly and maintain a healthy diet. When you exercise, your body is active, and it's going to be much easier to fall asleep because you are doing something physical. You're not dormant or sedentary. So exercise is definitely important. Now this is going to tie into a video I'm going to do on proper diets and exercises. Look out for that video. Also, avoid, again I said this earlier, avoid consuming caffeine in late afternoon or evening. Again, you have caffeine before you go to bed. Caffeine is going to pick you up and you're not going to be able to go to sleep. Here's one thing that I'm going to mention. Avoid consuming alcohol before bedtime. It's uncomfortable if you go to bed drunk. You're going to wake up with a hangover. Now, of course, alcohol will put you to sleep. It will. And alcohol can be a stimulant and it can be a depressant as well. But don't consume alcohol. And the reason why I say don't consume any alcohol because you drink yourself sick, You could actually vomit and find yourself lying in your vomit. You could suffocate in your vomit as well. That's why I'm telling you not to drink alcohol. It's just not good for your health either, especially if you consume a large amount of alcohol. And finally, reduce your fluid intake before bedtime. I said 2 glasses of water, but you want to drink that a few hours before you go to bed because you want to give your stomach a time to digest all of the food you have eaten over the day or over a period of the time you had dinner, which if you had dinner at 6 o'clock, you need to give yourself at least 3 to 4 hours of time to digest. So drink your water 2 hours after that and then go to bed. And if you follow all of these reasons, I don't even want to call them reasons. If you have a journal and if you listen to everything I just mentioned to you in this video, you will be able to function properly because I've given you the tools to good, healthy sleep. Like I said, work smart, not hard. Stay alert. Keep good health. Remember, you only live once. So make the best of your life while you're here. That's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show for this evening, Tuesday, April 25th, 2017. You can tune into the 411 Talk Zone radio show every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. We had a good radio show last week. Let me give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Chicago Talk. Check her channel out, Sister Clarissa. That's right. Shout out to my main man, Big Body Matt Coley, Reg the Bad Guy. Definitely shout out to my neighbor himself, the brother Real Deal from Gary, Indiana. Shout out to the Guy King or the Guy King channel. And I thank brother Matt Coley, brother Real Deal, and the Guy King. And shout out to Sister Janika. They came on my radio show. Again, it's a great show. I want everybody to try to come on to the radio show because I talk about real issues without the denigration of women or men, because what I want to give you on my radio show is the education. So if you want to be a participant, guest calling number is 215-383-5785. And if you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Now, on this channel, I do not engage in controversy, emotion, or debates, nor do I participate in drama or unnecessary bickering. Why? Because it's counterproductive. This channel is for educational purposes only. So what I'm here to do is give you the tools from a pragmatic sense. In other words, you take the information that I'm giving you, you apply it to the real world so you can understand how the real world works, and you'll be able to get through all of the trials and tribulations without struggling. Certainly you're going to make your mistakes, but you're going to have the tools that I'm going to give you to help you make decisions so you don't panic when you are in a New York state of mind. So, again, if you listen to this channel, I'm giving you reality with positivity because knowledge is power. And if you have a business or a topic or a new YouTube channel that you would like for me to discuss on YouTube or Blog Talk Radio, please email me at lej6521@gmail.com. And if you have a comment, please leave your comments in the comment section under the video. but make sure that your comments are pithy, no bloviating, pettifogging, or filibustering if you wish to opine. Now that's it for this video. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Remember, please be gentle and respectful to each other and have a wonderful and blessed night. Good night.